everyone, my name is Upana Dasva and I'm currently a sophomore at Knox College. And today I'll be presenting a presentation about Knox College. So Knox College is nationally ranked liberal arts college. Um, so ways to think about our exact location. Knox College is located in the city of Galesburg, Illinois, state Illinois, and Galesburg is home to 33,000 people. It is a place for food. There's more than 30 restaurants within 3 minutes to each other, um, including Mexican, Japanese, Korean, and a lot of pizza places. We are 40 minutes from two larger cities, Peoria to the east, as well as Quad Cities to the north, and 3 hours by car or train to Chicago. Benefits of these locations is that we do have access to different kinds of internships, services, involvement in the political process, healthcare, and etc. And it's also a place to culture, recreation, food, and fun. Knox by the numbers. So there are 1,200 students at Knox. So it's not a lot of students over here, so you guys are not going to get lost on campus. The class size average is 14 students, and our faculty student ratio is 11 to 1. And what does that mean, you might think? It means that students at Knox they will be heard, they will be seen, and they can personally interact with professors if they don't understand anything about the classes, and professors, they can easily recognize you on campus. There are 18 NCAA Division III teams at Knox, so we are true student athletes with 122 Midwest Conference academic all-conference performers this year. And our teams, they compete in tournaments on both coasts as well as some international travel, and can boast 2 NCAA team appearance in conference tournaments, championships over like years. There are more than 100 student organizations at campus with more than 100 student organizations at campus. These organizations might be related to academics, or they might be something about like having fun, or different service experiences, right? For example, I do join UNICEF Club at Knox College, and also international club, which is called iClub. It's usually mostly a club for international students, so they can go there, share their culture, and then and learn more about different cultures as well. Sorry. So there are students from 45 different states at Knox College and 49 different countries. So campus is very diverse. So there are a lot of people from around the world, and it is so cool to meet a lot of people from different countries and learn about their culture. So 32% of Knox students are students of color, and 19% of students at Knox are international students. So Knox is an open-minded, diverse community, people from around the world. So there are people from around the world, as it was mentioned earlier. Knox College was founded in 1837 by abolitionists. Since then, the college has been accessible to students regardless of financial means, regardless of their race, gender. Our founders we also active leaders in the anti-slavery movement. We were one of the first institutions to educate women and people of color. So it is a place where every voice is valued. Again, as it was mentioned earlier, you will be heard, you will be seen, and you can talk, you can say, you can talk about your opinion about what you think, right? So Knox has different majors and minors. It offers a wide breadth of academic opportunities with more than 60 areas of study and more than 90 majors and minors options from which students can choose. So for example, Africana studies. So we have a lot of majors and minors. I am personally a biology major and econ minors. So I do usually take classes related to my major and minor. Except majors and minors, we do also have pre-professional and other programs. It is something you might get involved in at Knox College, which I think is good because so for example, for me, I am a pre-med student. So in addition to my major and minor, I'll be learning stuff related to medicine. Oh, how I can be a doctor. Oh, how do I serve patients? How do I help them, right? So I think it's really, really good opportunity for international students, and not only international students, but also native students. For example, some of the pre-professional programs are early admission program for medical school at George Washington University, also accelerated law programs with University of Chicago, Columbia, Indiana universities, and 3-2 engineering programs with schools like Washington University in St. Louis, the University of Illinois, and Columbia University. So how do we do it? So it is 3-3 academic calendar, which means 3 classes at a time, 3 terms a year. And I think it's really good system of education that is like only 3 terms, because during those 3 terms, students have a lot of time to think and explore more classes and explore different areas where students want to study and then what they want to do. So yeah, it is really good. So we do have 3 terms per year: fall term, winter term, spring term. Fall term lasts from September to November, winter term January, March, and spring term March, June. So right, plenty of time to explore your interests, gain valuable experience, and even double major. Exactly. Some of the students at Knox today do double majors, and I think it is really cool because you get to learn more stuff, and then you get to learn a lot of different things and a lot of different areas. I mean, areas that you are interested in. So my next slide, real world experiences, research and creative work, internships, community service, study abroad on off campus in the US, and immersion terms. So real world experiences, it's a hallmark of a Knox education, is that every student learns to apply what they do in the classroom to hands-on real world situations. Often during their junior or senior year, they might include as it is mentioned, research and creative work. At around 89% of students complete independent study research or creative projects. Internships, it internships are really, really helpful. So me personally, I have done internship last summer. It was 2-week immersion program where I can actually show you pictures where I got to learn a lot about medicine, about how I do interact with patients, how do I read EKG, how do I take physical exam from a patient. It was really, really good experience because you actually get to work with patients. You actually get to see physicians, how they work, how do they interact with patients. And during this internship, we did practice We got to go into different lectures of different physicians, for example, from neurology area or from a pharmacist. And I know I do want to be a physician. And after participating in this internship, I got to see and then learn more about medicine and think about what I actually want to do in the medicine, what area of the medicine I do want to be in the future, right? So it is a good opportunity for everyone. Other than internships, we do have community services. So Knox students complete more than 80,000 hours of service annually. We do have study abroad and off-campus programs in the US. So about half of Knox students will engage in off-campus study experiences, participating in more than 80 programs around the world. It could be for a number of weeks, it could be for a term, or it might be for a full year. Um, so, for example, for international students, it might be different. It is not different, but international students might think it is different because there is like a mindset that international students have. They think, oh, I came to the US, I am already studying abroad, and I don't have to do study abroad. I cannot because I'm already abroad. And I think which it is not true because even if we are already, me as an international student, we're already in the US and studying abroad, I think it is a good chance to participate in study abroad because you get to learn more about different culture, about how people study in a different culture, in a different environment, right? So as an international student, I don't think you should think that, oh, I'm not doing study abroad program. It is a good opportunity for you that Knox offers to learn more, to learn in a different environment more and to see the world and gain more information and education. So yeah, study abroad and off campus in the US, and we do also have immersion terms. Immersion terms are something really distinctive about Knox. It's a focused, hands-on exploration of a single field of study over the couple of uh, an entire term. So you go there for an entire term. For example, clinical psychology term, Green Oaks term, Japan term, studio term, and repertory theater term. So you might ask, oh, how do I do that? Or how do I access it? So all these programs are supported by a power of experience grant. Every student receives a special grant up to $2,000 to cover some of the additional expenses often associated with these real world experiences. It's like getting paid to do an internship, right? So every student does gain two $2,000 upon coming to Knox. It helps with additional expenses often associated with, so as it was mentioned earlier, research, creative work, internship, community service, and engagement, study abroad. For example, if your internship is in different state and you have to pay for housing or for food, or for example, you need a book, right? For your internship program, you need this book, but it costs expensive. And so you can use this money to cover all your expenses that are related to your certain program. Knox Athletics. So we do have men's sport and women's sport at Knox. So students can join these teams upon coming to Knox College. So we have baseball, basketball, cross country, football, golf, soccer, swimming and diving, track and field sports for men, and basketball, cross country, golf, soccer, softball, swimming and diving, track, field, and volleyball for women's sport. Um, if if a student is not like a very good player of a certain sport, you don't guys have to join all the sports because we do have this called intramural sports. So if you're not in a certain team, you can still play sport that you're interested in, that you really love playing, and you do enjoy it. It's called intramural sports. So it usually happens every term. Students, faculty members can join the team, create a team, and play against each other. Knox has different publications. We have Quiver, Catch, Cellar Door, the Knox student publications. So it's really good if you are a good writer, if you can write, you can publish your work and let students see your works, right? Um, so Knox housing, how does that work? Mostly international students. Actually, all students are expected to stay on campus during their education, during the term, during the year. Some students, mostly international students. So we have residence halls, we have apartments and townhouses, and we do have houses. So the difference between them is that usually freshmen, first year students live in residence halls, and might also second year students might live in residence halls. Uh, and then the upper class students, they usually live in apartments and townhouses and houses. I think it's really like a good chance and opportunity to for students to engage with each other, to get involved with each other, meet each other, talk to each other, and share their culture, share their interests, right? And it is really good. And we do have all, it is very comfortable over here in residence halls, in the dorms. So these are the Knox house things. Food at Knox. People also wonder about food at Knox. So we do have Hard Knox Cafe. We do have Gizmo, and then we do have C Store. So Hard Knox Cafe is a cafe. We usually go there, and they do provide us with food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Usually healthy food. It might be chicken, beef. Also dietary restrictions. Students can access different kinds of food. If a student is a vegetarian, is if a student likes meat, what kind of meat do they eat, right? So we do have access for all different kinds of food. The second option at Knox is Gizmo. It's mostly fried food. It's mostly fast food. It is also an option, and a lot of students love Gizmo because you can go there. You can also study there. And we do have C Store. It's a store with different snacks, food, sandwiches. We can just go there and get food from there as well. So financial aid and scholarships. Knox offers both merit scholarships and need-based financial aid for international students. These awards commonly range up to one half of the comprehensive fee, and a few larger scholarships are awarded each year for especially well-qualified students who demonstrate greater financial need. Students are automatically considered for merit scholarships. To be considered for need-based financial aid awards, there is like a special form you students will have to complete upon coming to Knox, upon applying to Knox, which it might be also uploaded in a certain website. The ability to afford a Knox education may be a factor in determining the admission of international students who are academically qualified but do not meet financial qualifications. So international students, they can get financial aid and support from Knox College, and it is very helpful because this is like some of the most important factors international students mostly struggle with. Hope Center, space for community to come together, whether it be in hope and joy or at times in anger and despair, says one of the faculty members. So Hope Center is a building where international students come upon arriving to Knox right after coming to Knox campus. So it is an international students' house technically. So there is an office of our direct director that serves for international students and help them to adopt to Knox, adopt to different culture, and whenever international students need help, they usually go to this building and then to the office inside this building and contact to the person who usually helps international students. Um, Personally, I think it is a really good space. It is a really good place where international students can go because it's always open, except night, of course. And whenever international students go there, they're very welcome in this building. And whenever international students go there, they can always meet other international students, and it is very friendly, very kind place. So the international students usually sit there, talk, they usually chill over there and eat snacks, talk to each other, or host different events related to their cultures and share their culture with other students at Knox. So I added some useful links to learn about Knox over here. If some of you guys are interested, you can definitely scan these QR codes and use them and get more information from these websites. This is the end of my presentation. So guys, keep in mind that Knox is a very, very good place and that offers a bunch of different opportunities and chances for international students as well as Native American students. Uh, it is a place of fun, it is a place of joy, and it is a place of hard work as well.